Hello and welcome to Paper Plays Julie K.
Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for stopping by to check out my latest video. And today I'm here with kind of an unexpected craft haul, thrifty finds type haul to share with you guys. Again, my mom's wonderful neighbor and friend Joanne gifted me a few more items. I believe she was cleaning some things out and came across some things, and then maybe she picked up a couple of things for me. I'm not quite sure what the story is on everything, but I would love to share it with you guys. And then again, there's also another neighbor that Joanne knows that's cleaning out a relative's place and has some craft items that I was able to go through and grab a couple of those items also, so I will share those with you. First off, I want to show you the stuff that I know that came specifically from Joanne. And again, I'm not sure if she made these or if she found them, but this was the first item that I thought was beautiful. It's like a frame that obviously someone had crafted, and I don't know if Joanne did this or again if she found it somewhere with the beads hanging from it, which I just love all these beads hanging from it. It does look like some of the rhinestones are falling apart off of this part of it, but I think I can repurpose this. I will probably take this whole thing off. I will use these beads on a project. I'll probably take the rhinestones out of this project and use them on something else. But I'm going to leave this part as is because I think that's gorgeous. And I will be able to, it was probably hanging somewhere, maybe an ornament or maybe hanging in somewhere in someone's house. But I think this would be stunning on a top of a box. So I am going to keep that and repurpose it, but I wanted to share it with you. I thought it was beautiful. Again, I don't know what the story is behind it, if Joanne made it because she is crafty also, or if she bought it like that. Then she also had this cute little quilted heart in there. And so I'm just going to hang this as is. I think it's really pretty. It's kind of vintage. I'm just going to hang this on my shabby Christmas tree that's up all year in my craft room. I also received a couple of these gorgeous little kind of sheer doily table coverings from Joanne. And I love those. They're really pretty. They have gold in them and then the sheer material. And then there was a little bit longer dresser scarf that matched those in there. And this one was gorgeous. It had the little butterfly right there on it. I'll just kind of hold it up here so you can kind of see how big it is. I have stuff off to both sides of my desk that I want to share with you, so I'm working with a very limited space here, but I do love that, so thank you, Joanne, so much for that. I'll definitely be able to use it. And so now to share with you guys these linens that she sent me. Oh my gosh, they are gorgeous, the lace on them. And the material. So again, this one's quite long. I can't show it all on camera, but I can show you the beautiful material and the lace on this. Again, I believe this came from her stash of stuff. I know she's been cleaning out totes and stuff, but not 100% sure. But look at that stunning lace and the multicolors, you know, the vintage look to it and the multicolors of that. So I'll definitely be able to take that off and reuse it and repurpose it for something else. Or I might just put it over like a dresser in my craft room. I haven't decided yet because it is so pretty. And then this material here is very soft, almost like maybe like a faux suede. Very, very soft. I don't know if it's real suede or not. I don't think it is looking at the back side of it, but very soft material, and so I will also probably be able to use that on something, but I wanted to share that. Isn't it just stunning? I just love that. And then this one is just as pretty as the last one that I shared with you. Again, too long to show the whole thing on there, but again, another dresser scarf. And I know Joanne likes, this one has little hints of blue in it. She decorates in blue, and so I presume for sure at some point this was, you know, at somewhere in her house. But there's a pretty little ribbon there, and check out the lace on this. Isn't this beautiful? And I know that at some point she also lived in Italy, so I know she has gifted me in the past some of the linens and different things that she has gotten when she lived in Italy. I don't see any tags or anything on this one, so I don't know specifically, but I just think it's just gorgeous. And again, I do think the material on this is beautiful. I do see some slight discolorations and stains on it that I'm not sure will show up on camera. So I know that it's been used and loved, and it's just gorgeous. And Joanne does know that I repurpose things and take things apart. So I always am so appreciative to her when she thinks of me, when she finds things or she's cleaning out things like this and she knows that I can use them, because that has just beautiful, beautiful lace, and the material also. And this next one is really big. It is a huge tablecloth, but again, how pretty is this? Oh my gosh, look at the lace and the material that's on it. I do have kind of a table in my craft room, and I'm kind of tempted, except for, you know, this is sheer. I am tempted to put this on the table, but I would have to find something to put underneath it, because the table is kind of an old tabletop thing. And right now I have a different covering on it, and I just kind of use it as a spot to put projects as they're drying in my craft room. But I am kind of tempted just to keep this one as is, because it's so pretty, but we'll see. But look at the lace on this one. Isn't that stunning? It is so gorgeous, Joanne. Oh. And again, I don't know if this came from her stash or if she bought it specifically for me, or if, you know, she was helping somebody else clean out and thought I could use it. I'm not quite sure behind the story of it, because she just gives my mom stuff, you know, bags of stuff, and then I look at it. So I'm not quite sure, but I do love that. It's so pretty. And then this, I'm assuming maybe she bought for me. I'm not sure, but it does say there's valances in here, and it's this gorgeous, like, dusty pink color, which is kind of a vintage pink color, which I love that color. So it'll be fun to work with this lace on some different projects. Kind of excited about that. I could have used this on some previous projects that I have done that I needed that color, and I just didn't have it in my stash, so now I do. So thank you so much for that, Joanne. So I think that's the last of the stuff that specifically came from Joanne. This other stuff, again, Joanne picked up from another neighbor that's cleaning out a relative's house. And so she did give me a Cuttlebug, which I do own, a Cuttlebug, which is one of the old die cutting systems. And I did decide to keep that, even though I do have one that's in working order, because I kind of have a suspicion that mine is on its last legs. So it'll be nice to have another one just in case. And these ones right here are all just the empty packaging. It does look like they are all in these containers, these Cuttlebug storage containers. And some of these also weren't in there, and so I have to kind of go through them. But I did take them all to look through some pretty little tags. But I wanted to show you what else was in here. So, you know, all these little embossing folders. And again, I just kept the ones that I didn't think I had. There was a couple Sizzix ones in there. There were some other ones too, and I passed on some of them just because I already had them, or I wasn't sure if I would use them, so I did pass on them. Like, there was some, like, shapes of, like, different countries. Like, there was, like, Saigon on one of them, and I can't remember what the other country was, but I just didn't see myself using them, so I passed on them. And again, I believe that the items that I passed, my mom went through stuff first. Joanne went through it first, then my mom, and then I get to go through it. And then after that, they are going to donate either to a women's shelter or to a nursing home. My mom has been in contact with both of those places to see what they're looking for craft supplies. And then after that, I think they'll probably be brought to the thrift store. But I think one of those two, either the nursing home or the women's shelter, is going to be able to take the supplies that we're not claiming are going to be able to use. But just showing you some of the other dies that were in there that I did decide to keep. And there was a couple of stencils that I did keep. There was a lot of brass stencils in there, but I just kept these snowflake ones because I am working on a snowflake or winter wonderland journal. And I thought these might work there for some stenciling because I don't have anything like that. There was kind of a miscellaneous bag of stuff that I took. There was some like pink beads and some really small pink beads that I kept. So I kept those. Another little brass stencil of the butterfly that I kept. Here's some little stencil brushes that were in there that have never been used. So I did keep those because I do have a couple of these and they're nice to use. So another little smalls die. I don't remember. Oh, this one was flowers on that one. There was some clear boxes. I don't know if you can see them that make little like shapes. So I did keep those because those are fun for Happy Mail when I send out Happy Mail. Another little die cutting die. There was again a bunch of stamps and I just kept the ones that I thought that I would use. So again, this gorgeous snowflake. There was the tulips, which is really pretty. I think this one, yeah, this one comes from a Minnesota company. I don't know if they still make stamps or not, but it's called Northwoods Rubber Stamps. And I have quite a few of their stamps. They're fun to color. Another pretty little tulip one that I thought this one was gorgeous. This one would be fun to watercolor. Here's a kind of a fun little cut apart one that you emboss and you cut apart the different layers. You stamp it and emboss it several times and then you layer it up. This one was from Hollyberry House. Again, I don't think that company is still around, but I have a couple of their stamps and they're fun to use. Another similar ones that you stamp and then you can cut out the pieces and then just layer it up. This one was gorgeous too. It kind of looks like, you know, maybe a poppy or a carnation type flower. And this one is from the Artful Stamper. I've never heard of that company before, but I thought it was a pretty stamp, so I did keep that one. Also this one, which is a tropical flower. I can't remember what this flower is called, but they have them in Hawaii. I've seen those. And then again, this beautiful rose stamp, which is from Stamps Happen. And then the last set that I picked out of the stamps that I was given a choice on was this one from Stampin' Up. It's never been put together, but it was called Stipple Floral and it was from 1998, but all those beautiful little flowers. And I don't have that one, so I did grab that one. The other thing that Joanne had in her pile that I just saw and I forgot to show with you guys, which I love that she knows I make junk journals. So, I mean, this is something that maybe most people would throw away, but from clothing, from Christopher and Banks. These obviously at one point had buttons in them, but they're little envelopes and they would be fun to, I mean, here all you have to do is really put something over that little part right there and you can use it as is. You can use them as tags too. So she did gift me a whole big bag full of these, which I love. I'll definitely be able to use those because I love repurposing things like this and adding them to my junk journals. And let's see, in that stash from the other ladies, the neighbors that's cleaning out a relative's house, there was a ton of embroidery floss. I just picked through it and grabbed some of it. Like sometimes she had like bags where she'd have like 20 of the same color. So I just would choose a couple of all the different colors that she had available that I thought I might use. I'm hoping maybe someday to get back into slow stitching. I was trying to do Roxy's challenge that she has on some stitching stuff, but I just never finished it. But I have high hopes, so it'll be nice to have a few more colors to play with. And then everything else is fibers, and again there were bags and bags and bags of these high-end fibers and yarn. And again, I just picked out the ones that I thought I could use. There was a lot of duplicates of stuff that I already owned, so those ones I passed up. So hopefully maybe someone at the nursing home likes to knit or crochet, or at the women's shelter, and they'll be able to create something beautiful. But I did pick out some of the colors that I didn't have. My mom did also. My mom and Joanne makes quilts and stuff for the women's shelter. She likes to give a blanket to all the kids that come in, and then she actually purchases stuffed animals that match the blankets. So Joanne, that's what Joanne does, but my mom also once in a while knits and crochets things and makes baby sweaters. But I thought this one was pretty, this pink one, so I picked this one out. There's, you know, some shimmer to it. And then I've been wanting some silver eyelash trim, and so there was a bunch of silver in there, so I did pick out a couple of those. There's a couple different styles. This one's slightly different. And there was a blue one, which I think last time also from Joanne, from the same neighbor, I had picked up another one this color. There was also some interesting, like, I'm sure that they're used for some sort of stitching, but I thought this one would work for binding junk journals. It's pretty strong, so I kept that one, and same with this one too. This one's pretty strong, and I thought it was pretty. There's kind of a shimmer to it, again, for binding junk journals, so I kept that one. I also kept this package. There's kind of some miscellaneous stuff in there, but I thought that I could make a tassel from these, so I kept those ones. And then very similar to what I just showed you guys, I'm not going to pull them all out, but there was a couple different gold shimmery ones also, so I kept some of those. And then the last one, again, is some brighter colors. I sometimes like to use these on the tops of tags, this style of fiber. There was just some miscellaneous really small bags. There wasn't a lot left in them. So I did grab these because I'm thinking, again, for the tops of tags that I will be able to use them. This one just had a few wrapped around it. There were some, you know, nice bright colors. Again, I have hopes maybe this is the year that I start working on my boho journal. I just have so many projects and I'm a slow crafter, so it takes a while to get through them all. But again, just, you know, little bits, but there's not a lot left on these that I will be able to use on journals, on tags. So I grabbed all the little bits. And there's a couple things in here that I'm thinking about. I still might donate them back to someone who could use them, but they were so pretty. Some more fiber yarns that I'm not sure if I'll use or not, but I did grab them just in case for a little bit. Some nice fall color trims. Again, another sparkly one. Again, I thought that would be perfect for like a fall colored one. Same with this one. And I love the neutral color of that one. And then there was a couple more kind of fall color ones that were pretty, the eyelash trim. And then again for tops of tags. So I did want to thank everybody so much for watching my little unexpected craft haul today. I do feel very blessed that Joanne thinks of me, not only for stuff that she's cleaning out of her stash, but also when she hears about other people that are cleaning out craft stashes and they're either going to throw the stuff or donate it to the thrift store, that she does at least let me dig through it. And again, that my mom and Joanne pass it on to the women's shelter and a nursing home if they can't find a home for it before it goes to the thrift store again. So again, feel very blessed. And again, you guys will just have to let me know what your favorite thing was that I received in this little craft haul. And until next time, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day and happy crafting.